Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us. My name is Faraday Hosenipur, otherwise known as Fantasy Football Goddess. Just kidding, but you'll know what we're talking about in a moment. I've actually been in the network marketing industry and out of the network marketing industry. I got back in about 3 years ago, and the first 6 months was an utter disaster. And then, I ended up having the biggest success that I've ever had in my entire life and earned more income more quickly than I ever dreamed was even possible. So I think it's because I found a fantastic opportunity that was really set apart from everything else. And we're going to talk to you tonight about one of the products of the 6 products that really set us apart from everything else and allowed us to create 6 millionaires in the first year alone. Now, my intention tonight is to just talk to you about one of the products, which it is like a network marketer's dream come true. Because when you're in our industry, you want to set yourself apart from everything else out there. And if you can be unique and different and no competition, it's going to be a lot easier. And I mean a lot easier. We've got folks that were dead broke, hadn't had success in MLM in 15 years, literally turned it around and are millionaires now because of this opportunity. And that was before we entered an area, an arena that is growing exponentially. As a matter of fact, it's such a rate of speed that it is like blowing my mind. Maybe you've heard a little bit about fantasy sports. Now, I personally had heard of fantasy sports. I didn't know what the heck fantasy sports was. I was thinking of, the girls dressing up in lingerie. I was thinking about the lingerie football, but that's not what it is. Fantasy football has all the excitement and thrill, really, of like live gambling, but it's not gambling because it's considered a game of skill. And every single week you can turn on TV and you can watch football, and that's all you hear about. There are advertisements, multi-million-dollar advertisements. Don't be surprised if you see some Super Bowl commercials about fantasy sports. And there's a big outfit out there. Nobody had heard of them about 3 years ago, and it's called FanDuel. It's one of the leading platforms really in the world right now. They pay out $10 million a week in prizes. Now, that's pretty darn interesting. They're expecting to pay out $400 million this year. They literally create 100,000 games per day. Now, imagine if I could show you a way that you could get paid on every single game played. Now, you think that might be an opportunity for you? Well, about 6-8 weeks ago, we released our own fantasy football platform. Now, our platform has a lot of benefits that you don't get with the big platforms like FanDuel or DraftKings. And because of these benefits, people like me, who never watch football a day in their lives for more than 5 minutes, are actually cashing in big time. I've won over $3,000. I'm winning every single week. And a lot of people are winning not every single week. I'm going to bring up here in a minute somebody that won like 8 times this past weekend alone. And I would say he's got to be well over $5,000. But the point I want to make before I get to some testimonials that are really going to blow you away is it's not that often you can be involved at the forefront at a beginning of a trend that is booming and growing and already has 35 million Americans playing and projected next year to have 42 million. And that's how average marketers like myself can suddenly become extraordinary marketers, tops in the world. As a matter of fact, they just wrote us up as one of the top 200 MLM earners in the world. Not because we're so great. Nobody would have been saying that 3 years ago. But timing and positioning. And without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to some folks that are blown away with our fantasy sports platform. The first gentleman I'm going to go to, I had the pleasure of meeting, a regular guy, college student, does modeling for big sports outfits like Reebok. But Tori, correct me if I'm wrong, you had never played much fantasy sports, and you know what? I didn't know who JFKS Dogma was. And I saw that this user was number 1, number 3 at one time, number 5, number 8, number 16, number 18. I think you took won 8 spots this weekend. Congratulations. How did you do it? And please tell us a little bit about yourself and what you think about G1e Fantasy Sports.
Yeah, you're right. I'd never played any fantasy sports before. I don't even really watch sports or follow, but when we got it, I thought it would be something that I should try, if we're going to be having it for our people. And so, yeah, I did really well the first week, and then ever since I've just been kind of trying to hone my skills and, do better and better. And obviously, I did well this week. I was pretty high up there, and I had some Green Bay people that were still left. So that night, I prayed a little bit because I was like, I'm so close. If these guys do well, then I could be at the top. So it worked out really well. I'm pretty stoked.
It worked out really well, Tori. But you've been on the winners board every single week. I mean, what kind of what are you going to do with the money? What does a college student model do with all of this extra money coming in?
I'm going to pay off some bills. I don't know. Put a little bit back into the game, but yeah, pay off some bills. Nothing too exciting.
Well, fantastic. Congratulations. That's very exciting and encouraging for everybody watching. And I know we'll see you on there again next week. And can't wait to see you on the fantasy basketball, too.
Yeah, thanks. And the private leagues are really cool, too. They're getting better and better.
Appreciate you. I appreciate you joining us. I know you had a meeting you're in. We sure do appreciate you. Thank you so much, Tori.
Thank you, Faraday.
The next person I'd like to go with, she, like me, had never really played fantasy sports. And, she started out winning these free games. And I was like, wow, $20. Wendy, I mean, do you even watch football? And you were a big winner this week. You came in 5th prize, $100. Congratulations. Why don't you share your secrets?
Thanks, Faraday. I don't really have any secrets. Do I watch football? No. The quarterback I picked for my team, couldn't even tell you who he plays for. I have no idea. From playing a few weeks in a row, I'm starting to recognize the names, but that's about it. I kind of got a pool of the same guys that I kind of pick and choose from depending on the week and if any of them are injured. But yeah, I don't know anything about football and the players and the stats and all of this stuff you're, I guess, supposed to know to play fantasy football. But yeah, I came in 5th this week and I won $100, which blew me away. I'm usually just happy if I win like $25, $30. So that's incredible. I've had a lot of luck, and it just goes to show that on this platform, anyone has a chance of winning. Do a few minutes of research when you pick your team, and that's all it takes. If I can win, you can win. So, and it's a lot of fun.
Absolutely. And yeah, I'm getting used to seeing your name on there every week. Congratulations to you. And I'd like to go now to Montreal. This is an international business and international platform. And Boris, I saw your name last week on the winner board. I think, was that your first time ever playing fantasy sports?
Yes, thank you, Faraday. Yes, this is the first time. Actually, this is my second time I'm playing fantasy sport, and for me, football. Like, I tell you the truth, I don't know how they play it. I don't understand this game, but you know what? This product is amazing. You know, it's so exciting to play it every week. And you know what? Yesterday when I checked first time, I was number 20 something, and then I saw my name like in 1 hour from there on the first spot. So it made me so excited. I was like, and then I saw my name going down a little bit. But you know what? This is the product that you should try for sure as a customer and of course as a business person, because this is kind of the product that make your customers excited and they start sharing with other people. And this is the product for the industry for sure. Like, this is the best product I ever seen in this industry to work with, the simplest one and the most exciting.
Absolutely. It is like a dream come true. And so easy to talk about, right, Patricia? You're like a busy mom, out and about every day, 5 kids, pulls you in all kinds of directions. But because of this platform, I know you have plenty of opportunities to talk about the fantasy sports and more.
I certainly do, Faraday, and I love the fact that it is so simple, because I do not know anything about sports. I mean, I was a cheerleader in high school, but really, I was 100% focused on that. I never watched the games. I was focusing on my girls, making sure they were doing what they needed to do. So I just never paid attention. And the only thing I know about sports is who looks good in what uniform. So for me, it's very good to have a program where I can just put in the players, guess who's going to do well, and it works. It's not like some of these others where you have to have like a salary cap, and I don't know who the players are. So if there's a salary cap, I don't know who I'm picking. I don't know if it's somebody who's bad, somebody who's good. So it's really great that it's so easy to use, and the functionality is terrific. And I'm getting better and better. The basketball, I got 17th place this week. I got 258 points, and I don't know anything about basketball at all. I've never even seen a game. So I'm pretty excited. And I use Dom's picks every week, which this week didn't do so well because Peyton Manning just didn't get me that many points. But who do you think I should pick this week, Dom?
Aaron Rodgers.
Is that because Miss Faraday got so much points with him?
Yes.
Ah, and who do you think we should pick for basketball this week?
LeBron James.
LeBron James, absolutely. So see, I've got my little secret weapon, and we keep forging on, but it is so fun. I just love it. Thank you.
Thank you, Patricia, and thank you, Dom. I think I'm going to take your pick and get Aaron Rodgers again. I'm like, Aaron is points in the bank, and Patricia, you brought up a great point. The fact that we have no salary cap and no draft limitations really makes a huge difference for beginners like us and maybe like you watching, because with the salary cap, you're stuck picking a team you don't even want because you ran out of money, and you really got to pick like the lowest salary guy on the list to even get within your salary cap. Isn't that right, David? And hey, David, you won the $2. We got a $2 game. You killed it this week, and I know you're killing it with the basketball too. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, Faraday. Last week I won $20 in a free basketball game, and then I took that $20 and put it into playing 4 $2 games this week and a $5 game. I didn't do too well in the $5 game, but I won all 4 $2 games. So, and I took first place in all four, which is, a pretty awesome deal, considering I had picked different players across the board and still scored high. And what I found hilarious was I scored with 213 points, and I had 213 points in all four. And I had different picks, so I had Aaron Rodgers for one pick. I had Peyton Manning on another pick, and I still scored the same amount of points. So I was like, okay, I mean, it's like kind of giving me a little hint here that I was starting to do the right things and finding the right picks. And it's something that people can experience when they can come in when they're new, because this is not really a hard thing to do. It's pretty easy where you can come in and every week you learn a little more, so you can get better every week. So we've got women that are playing and winning money, and that's awesome, especially when they've never watched football before or even cared about the game. I mean, there's women that care nothing about football, but they'll come in and do this and win $25 or $100. And that's a totally awesome thing. And if you want to be able to take advantage of that, get that little button underneath this video and click it right now. Don't wait. Just do it.
Thank you, David, and it's a thrill to be working with you. It's so much fun with all my teammates, and we're all rooting for the players and knowing that we're all also getting paid on every single game played. And I would like to bring on Dave Manning. He was, I believe, 11 in the rankings. He's like going right up the board every single week. I know you got a little slow start. He hasn't got a slow start in the income department. He's made a couple $1 million with this opportunity, for those of you wondering if there's a little money to be made on top of it. But Dave, why don't you share a few other things that sets our fantasy sports apart from the others out there, and what everybody can look forward to in 2015?
Sure. Thanks so much, Faraday. It's so much fun every week as we go out and we play the fantasy sports. And as you know, this has been a total learning experience for us. I've always been a team player, never fantasy sports. And all you can do is you got to learn to play. If you don't play, you're not going to win. And what I've done is literally, I not only tried our platform as I learned to play this, but I tried other platforms. And the other platforms won't let me submit the same tickets that I submit here. And just so you know, I placed 3 out of 4 this week, 3 tickets, won 3 winners. And it's quite interesting as I watch what's happening with that. Not in the big money yet, but definitely moved up. I think it was number 12, actually. It was in a tie. 11, 12, 13, 14 were all in a tie. But we definitely got our money back. The $5 game, I think we took second. In the, the $2 game, I won 2. But what matters is the consistency. And fantasy sports, what you want to do is grab a hold of what's going on with this arena. This arena is huge. It's going to be faster than anything you and I have ever seen in the internet. And what you've got to do is look at the platform that you're playing and how that can tie to all the other products that we have. Because, see, I don't want to just play fantasy sports. I want that to be a door opener for me so I can teach people how to ask questions about some of the other areas that we entertain with. Because those people don't really know how to talk about those products that easy. But this will be a great door opener. And then, of course, all they've got to do is introduce us to them, and we can help them and take over. So, G1e's platform is just a great, great puppy dog to walk somebody into a monstrous platform that we have with 5 major areas of all the hottest trends in the world. Okay, so when you put that together and you can teach people how to make money on not only one of the hottest things, but we have 4 others that are all tied together, and you don't have to learn how to talk to them about it. It's absolutely unbelievable. Tie into that. Get back with us. We'll teach you how. All you've got to do is tag in on what's going on. The only problem is if you don't, You know, we're getting ready to hit the road again. We're getting ready to hit Southern Florida. And it's unbelievable as we do this because, believe it or not, as I'm in with these RVers and everybody else, you know, everybody wants freedom and flexibility, and everybody loves sports, and everybody wants to play. And think about it, guys. We're crunching down the last 4 weeks of football here, getting ready to tie into the #1 income thing of the deal with the Super Bowl. And then, we're kicking it right around the corner with all the other stuff, hockey, basketball. So we're keeping the door opener always open. So learn to use the door opener to your benefit, and then be able to tie them in to a couple people. You know, it isn't by accident that we've happened to help a couple people. 8, as a matter of fact, or multiple 7 figures, and over 50, over 6. That could be you. 2014 is shutting down in very short amount of time, 20-something days. How did your 2014 go? Fantasy sports could be your door opener to major change in your life in 2015 if you learn how to open that door. And that's all we're trying to teach people how to do. We're having a ball. We love fantasy sports. Congratulations to Troy. He killed it this week. As I always say, you've got to play to win or you won't even get on the boards. And speaking of playing to win, hit that link down below. Get yourself started. Get in position and let us help you go wherever it is you want to go. With that, back to you, Faraday. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Dave. And you brought a couple great points up. First of all, if you're watching here today, how often have you been able to be involved with an arena product that everybody plays and that you get paid every time they play? They don't have to sign up as a distributor to play. You still get paid. They don't have to win for you to get paid. You still get paid. So what Dave was talking about with it being a door opener, how often are you talking to people that already play fantasy sports or know somebody that plays fantasy sports? For those of you that are afraid of recruiting, here is the perfect solution, because you don't have to recruit people to make money. You make money if they just want to go and play what they're already doing. And how hard is that? So this is the most incredible customer acquisition product that I've ever seen. And of course, football season will be behind us. We've got basketball, we've got soccer, we've got hockey, we've got auto racing, and we've got 5 other strong products that have created millionaires in the last 16 months. So we've got a lot of ammunition for you. Jump on board. I want you to go try out a game week 15. Every single one of you watching, go to www.G1eFantasySports.com. Get a promo code from a rep, somebody on the panel, or if somebody introduced you to this video, be sure to ask them for a promo code and go play. Go play a free game, you can win money. Go play a $2 game, you can win money. Or get in this guaranteed 5K payout that has made me $3,000. So the odds are great. Obviously, we're winning every week. We don't have tens of thousands of people playing, because if tens of thousands of people are playing, what are your odds of winning? So get on board. Try it out. You'll love it. Call any one of us. We'll even help you with your picks. And, you know, find out more about this business, because this kind of business doesn't come around often. And this is going to take a lot of people on the rocket ship ride of their lives in 2015, and a lot more millionaires will be created. And why not be one of them? Until then, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you on the very next Hangout. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.